It was not just a night. It was the beginning of a new chapter. A quiet promise between two hearts that had said yes to walking through life together. The wedding had finally ended. The laughter, the music, the flashing lights, everything had faded into soft silence. Now only the moonlight remained, falling gently through the window of the room where Ion and Noor stood, strangers in one way, yet bound together by something eternal. Noor sat on the edge of the bed, her hands resting in her lap, her heart beating faster than she wanted it to. The heavy bridal veil covered her face, and the soft sound of her bangles filled the silence. Ion stood near the door for a moment, unsure how to move, how to breathe, how to speak. He had seen her earlier that day, surrounded by people, her smile hidden behind but now she was here. His wife, the thought alone felt too big to hold. He took a deep breath and walked toward her. The sound of his footsteps made her heart skip. He stopped a few steps away and said softly, "You must be tired." It was a long day. She nodded, still looking down. He smiled, trying to make her feel at ease. "I do not know how to say this the right way. I just want you to know, I will never rush you. This marriage is not a cage. It is a journey, and I want us to walk it slowly." His words broke the wall of silence between them. Noor looked up for the first time, her eyes shining behind the veil. "Thank you," she whispered. He gently sat beside her, keeping a respectful distance. "You know," he said with a nervous laugh, "I practiced what I would say tonight, but now I cannot remember a single word." Her lips curved into a small smile. "That is good. Honest words are always better." Ion laughed softly. The sound made the room feel lighter. He reached for the table and poured her a glass of water. "Here," he said, handing it to her. Their fingers brushed, just a simple touch, but it carried warmth, comfort, and 1,000 unspoken emotions. Noor removed her veil slowly. For the first time, Ion saw her face clearly. No jewelry, no lights, no crowd, just her, simple and beautiful. "You are looking at me like you have never seen a person before," she said shyly. "I have never seen someone like you before," he said truthfully. She blushed and looked away. The clock ticked softly in the background. Outside, the world was sleeping. But inside that room, two hearts were just beginning to wake up to something new. They talked about their childhoods, their favorite foods, their fears, their dreams. What began as short answers slowly turned into stories, laughter, and gentle teasing. Noor told him how she had cried while leaving her parents' home. Ion listened quietly, his eyes soft with understanding. He said, "You left one home today, but I promise you I will help you build another one where you never feel alone." Her eyes glistened with tears, but this time they were not of sadness. "I believe you," she whispered. Then silence filled the room again. Not the awkward kind, but the peaceful kind that exists between two people who finally understand each other. Ion slowly reached for her hand. His touch was gentle, almost hesitant, as if asking permission. Noora did not pull away. Her hand fit perfectly into his two souls, learning to breathe in the same rhythm. He sighed softly. "We have a lifetime to know each other. Tonight, let us just start by being friends." She smiled, that pure, tender smile that lights up the heart, more than any candle. Friends, she agreed. He looked at her for a long moment, memorizing the peace on her face. Then Estud walked to the cupboard and brought a shawl. Gently, he placed it over her shoulders. "You will catch a cold," he said quietly. Noor felt something warm bloom in her chest. Not excitement, not nervousness, but a feeling of being seen and cared for. Ion sat back down beside her. Their shoulders brushed, and neither of them moved away. Outside, the moonlight fell softly across the floor, wrapping them both in a silver glow. For the first time that night, Noor rested her head lightly against his shoulder. Ion's heartbeat quickened, but he did not move. He only smiled, a soft, grateful smile, and let her rest there. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Not the noise of the world, not the expectations, not even the fear of tomorrow. What mattered was this: two people sitting side by side, learning that love is not about fireworks or perfection. It is about small things, gentle words, quiet promises, and the comfort of knowing you are safe with someone. And so, their first night did not begin with passion. It began with peace. The peace of two hearts finding home in each other. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to Heart Talk Stories, where every love story speaks softly and reminds you what real connection feels like.